Hi guys, it's H1Z1 here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an H1Z1 tutorial type video. Now the last tutorial I done was on Unturned, and it's to this day the most viewed video on my channel with about 14,000 views. So I decided I'd try to do another kind of tutorial video. Today is going to be on Battle Royale on H1Z1, and it's going to be what I would say is the best loot spawn you could possibly get in the entire map, pretty much. So it's basically, the location is in B2, which is like the top left hand corner of the map, which is quite far away from like most other stuff. However, if you get like a D4 or D5 spawn closer to like Pleasant Valley, if you don't feel like, you know, fighting people off for loot, grab a car as quickly as you can and head to B2. B2 has about, like, it will usually spawn about between 2 or 3 to about 5-ish cars, just depending on your luck. It's not the same loot every time, obviously, but so you've got about 5 cars, so you can take the fuel out of all them, spark plugs if you need them. As well as that, you've got an absolute ton of loot. There's not going to be one time you spawn here or you come here where you're not going to get an AR, and there's going to be a pretty good chance of getting an AK as well, which is probably the best gun in the game. The only bad thing about this is there isn't enough, like there aren't many first aid kits. Like, there are a decent amount, but there isn't many. Because you do see I do pick up about 3-ish, which is decent, but that's not like a ton. So you can see here I've basically just looted the main house, which is where you're going to find most of the loot. And so far, if you look down the bottom there, I have 30 bullets out of 270, which is pretty much more than enough to get you through an entire game. I would say it depends on how much you're, you know, engaging targets and stuff. As well as that, you can see I just found an AK-47, best gun in the game in my opinion. It just melts people. As well as that, you can't forget about the basement, because the basement's also got more loot, as you can see there. The AK, more ammo for that. You can also find, like, I don't know, 5-ish grenades as well if you're into the grenade throwing and stuff. And once again, you find more AK-47 ammo. Now, that's pretty much going to be it for the first part of this kind of like spawn what I get. I don't know how many cars I find in this because I'm kind of watching it as I'm like playing it back. I'm kind of commentating over it. But there's going to be one more time where I spawn here because I recorded 2 times. This time is probably a lot better for loot wise, but the second time I do get lucky, and I do get lucky like finding stuff before I come here, which does help me out throughout the game, which, spoiler alert, I do end up winning. It's not really a spoiler because I did put it, like, you know, at the start of the video and stuff, but, you know. So, we're pretty much going to be cutting into the next section, where it's pretty much the gameplay of where I won, and I would say a lot of that is down to just coming out to B2, staying away from people at the start, getting my loot and getting ready. So let's get into this. So we're starting out here in Pleasant Valley. I see this guy on the street. I was kind of watching him for a bit. This is a really bitch move, camping behind here, because I knew this guy had the spark plugs. I just had a feeling that he had the spark plugs for this car. Then he shouts moron in some foreign accent. I don't know. He was salty as hell, but I would be too, because it's just, you know, a bit of a bitch kill. Then I come back and I find 2 more medkits. There's pretty much medkits always spawn there. I've only ever died 1 time coming to the spawn as well, by the way, just to let you know. I got here 1 time and I did end up getting killed, but that is the only time out of the entire, about, I don't know, I've maybe came here about 8 times. I haven't used it for that long, but out of those times I've only been killed 1 time. So it's pretty consistent. Nobody really knows about this. So it's a really quiet spot is what we come out to. Another one bad thing I would say is that it can be quite a bit away from the safe zone, but if you've obviously getting cars, like, I won't say, oh, if you get a car, because you're going to find cars. I mean, look, I find like 4 here in a row, maybe 5, I can't really see with the speed up, but yeah, you're going to find a car, and it's pretty much easy as hell to get to the safe zone. So I can see that was miles away there if you could have seen quickly. Anyway, I head back to Pleasant Valley. A bit of a sloppy kill, my aim wasn't too good there, but the guy only had a pistol anyway, so pick up my 2nd kill of the game. I think I end on 7, and which is pretty decent for a solo BR. Also, this is my first BR win solo, but I decide, you know, I'll climb up the mountain, head to the safe zone, and of course once every game I've got to flip a car just because I cannot drive. I just can't. So then I hear this car climbing up the hill. Does a Superman dive off the hill. So I'm like, you know what? I'll challenge this guy. Why not? So I start popping shots at him with the AK, and I do a bit of damage to his car. I've got enough ammo so I can just, you know, spare it. So here, this is where I thought I was going to die. I was shooting the rock. My aim wasn't doing anything. I couldn't do it. Get hit, but pop off 2 shots, and the bullet drop. Like, he popped up at the right time, and I just headshotted him. Like, I just 2-tapped him. So I heal up, and then I carry on foot. So I find this cabin. Wasn't really expecting much, but I decided to go into first person because in case there was somebody. And of course, there's somebody camping in the shower. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't shoot back, and he had AR bullets, which I would assume that he had an AR. I don't actually know. I can't really see that well, but I don't know what he was doing. So in a different house, I seen a guy peeking around the corner. I don't know why he was just sitting out in the open, but I decided to go to first person so I could aim properly, pop a few shots off. I do actually hit him. I don't know if you can see it in the recording. But then after that, I'm just kind of watching his feet. I don't really want to push him right now. So I just decided to sit back a bit and just chill out for a bit here. So eventually, you'll see the guy. So he's right there. He's running up. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe like shotgun me or something. But once again, bad aim. Bad aim. But I do get the job done eventually, even though it was pretty shit aim. So I loot his body, and then obviously I carry on. So this is pretty much near the end of the game now, and it's getting really close to the point where there's 3 people left. This guy and another guy get into a fight. Again, my aim's just not good. This is like my second game of the day, by the way, so that's kind of why. Eventually, I do kill him because he has to try and jump away and try and heal, and I do win. And one thing about this guy, he wasn't salty at all. He was actually really nice, and he was like GG, good shooting and stuff, and I've actually got it right here.
Yo, GG, homie. You hit me, and then that guy hit me, and then the gas, I just had to fucking run. I had no choice. Yeah. Good shot, though. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. I had 9 kills that game. Cool. Alright, dude. See ya.
Alright, so there you go. The guy wasn't salty at all. He was actually really nice, and that'll be pretty much it for the end of the video here. My first BR win on solo, got 7 kills, winner chicken dinner, of course. So guys, if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. If you really enjoyed, subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.